Good Morning Texas Home and Wealth, sponsored by Rodney Anderson with Supreme Lending.
It's all about the money. So how much money will you need when it comes to buying a house? Well, here to break it down and show you your options is our mortgage expert, Rodney Anderson. Good morning.
Good morning, Shannon. A lot of times I call it, it's all about the money and show me the money when it comes to buying a house. Because unlike the old days when it was really easy to get a home, the federal government calls it now skin in the game. They want you to have an investment in a home, and only a couple kinds of loans right now you can get in with actually no money as far as a down payment, but we're going to go through the three-step process.
Okay, three-step process. You talk about access to cash being the most important aspect when it comes to buying a home. What is the most important thing that people need to know about this?
Well, let's talk about the types of loans and down payment requirements, okay? Because on a VA loan, these are great loans for military veterans. You can do no money down up to a loan amount of $424,100. USDA loans, these are for people that are buying in rural communities, and you have to actually go onto the USDA website to see if the area that you live in would count under USDA, but they offer no money down loans. Very popular FHA loans, 3.5% down, and the FHA loan limit continues to go up, but in the DFW Metroplex right now, it's $362,250. Then you have your regular conventional loans. Those are going to normally be a minimum down on 5% down, and then the big loans, we call these jumbo loans, the people buying the $1 million homes, the $2 million homes. In almost all situations, you will have to have a minimum down payment of 20%.
Okay, now that we know how much you need to put down on the house, what's the next step?
The next step is what's called closing cost. A lot of borrower mistakes is this. They think that you only have to have a down payment, and they forget about all these things. These are all the people that are involved in your transaction, such as appraisal fees, credit report fees, tax service fees, document preparation fees, title policies to title companies, recording fees to the counties you live in, survey fees, courier fees, flood cert fees, escrow fees. Yeah,
and
do you feel like you're just getting feed to death?
That's why it's such a big piece of paper, and they're telling you all these extra fees.
Yeah, and what happens on these situations, I mean, there's more. You know, you have some underwriting fees and processing, and sometimes you can do origination to buy down the rate or discount points, but these are all things that nobody ever anticipates up front when it comes to buying a house, and you want to always make sure that you know how much money you're going to need before buying that house.
You get it. Okay, we have our down payment, we have closing costs, but you say there's a part 3 to this whole equation.
Yes, this is upfront property taxes. You normally have to have 3 months of property taxes up front. You normally have to have 15 months of home insurance up front. This is called to establish what's called an escrow account. An escrow account is a savings account that doesn't earn you any interest, but it's a holding account for taxes and insurance in case you miss payments, or in case your taxes and insurance go up the next year, then you have a buffer in there called an escrow account. So you put the down, the closing, the escrow, set up. That's where you get home ownership.
There you go. Okay, whether you are purchasing, refinancing, or you have other questions about skin in the game, give Rodney a call, 1-800-EXPRESS, or go to RodneyAnderson.com.